Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
Today we have, for the face-off, it is the interim Bantamweight title fight at IUR Championships this Sunday. We have Ciaran Slim Brady coming in at 5-0 and Elvis Luko coming in at 4-0. Two of the lads are undefeated. Someone's always got to go, and someone's going to add a nice shiny new belt to their collection. Lads, how are you doing?
All good, boys. Thanks for having us on, as usual. You're our two main men, two best men for the job.
That's enough compliments for us, Elvis, right? Ciaran, can you beat that compliment?
Have to big us up, boys. You know yourselves.
No, thanks very much for having me on, lads. I appreciate it, and I appreciate everything you do for the show and all, I'm sure. And just the MMA community in general, it helps push us, boys. Thanks.
Jesus, that's a bit deep, lads. Thanks a mil. Ross,
yeah,
carry on.
Normally it's us who say the nice thing about you guys, but Ciaran, we'll start with yourself. You were slated on this card to fight Jordan Bradshaw. Obviously you're fighting Elvis now. What's your take on the change of opponent? And it looks like a belt's been brought to the table. So is this a positive change for yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely. Me and Elvis have been. We think we were matched twice before. Once in the first IUR, and then obviously Elvis got the chance to go for the Cage Legacy belt. I think that got in the way of that fight. And then the last Clan Wars last weekend we were supposed to fight 2 weekends ago. But then I think obviously the issue with moving gym and stuff, so that stood in the way of that. But no, it's came through and happy days. You know, we're gonna get the fight. That's good. The best need to be fighting the best in this division and in the country. So why not? I'm happy to do it.
Exactly.
And Elvis, was there any hesitation knowing that you were going to fight Ciaran? Obviously, Kieran's a bit of a late notice specialist himself. He'll happily step in on a few days' notice to take a fight.
Yeah, no, fair play to you, Ciaran, for stepping in early. I know I text Becky. I know it was a bit late, but fair play to you for jumping on. And yeah, no, we were supposed to be fighting. It was me twin brother I was supposed to be fighting the first time, and then the next two was gym situation, just a lot of bullshit. But at least we're having it now this Sunday.
Yep. Yeah, before we get into things, lads, IUR FC3 is on this Sunday, April 3rd. And if you want to check out the pay-per-view, make sure to either go onto Ciaran's Instagram or Elvis's Instagram to buy the pay-per-view and promote Irish MMA, because like this scrap is one you cannot miss. Ross, isn't that true?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, your fighting championships is unbelievable. Decky puts on an absolute phenomenal show every single time from start to finish. It's a real fighter show, and I can't wait to see it this Sunday. Guys, let's get into it. Ciaran, what do you make of Elvis's skill set? Obviously, you've prepared for him once before, and what do you think he brings to the table?
He's obviously with his record, he's very effective. He hasn't spent an awful lot of time in the cage, really. He's been getting boys out of the way there quite early. I was very impressed with his last fight there against Taylor Quinn. Considering Ocean and Taylor had such a good fight, he impressed me against Taylor. Yeah, that was good.
And Elvis, what do you think of Ciaran?
Fairness, Elvis, at the last Cage Legacy, like you blew the roof off the place. Like, yeah, like you stunned the whole entire room. Fair play to you.
Yeah, to be honest, boys, like I haven't watched one of your fights, Ciaran, or I don't know who you've been fighting, to be honest. But what I heard, you're very good, and you're 5-0, so obviously shows you're putting in the work and you're putting in the time for the training. So I'm looking forward to throwing down on Sunday night.
And Elvis, I know you said before you can make 125 pounds. Is that something that you'll look to do in the future? And do you think you might be giving up some size here?
Flyweight, yeah, 57 boys. I'm looking to. So the plan is to fight another 2 or 3 fights and then straight into Bellator at flyweight. That's the plan. There's a Bellator coming on September there up to Dublin, and that's the plan. I'm trying to get as many fights as I can, get them all done, get the wins, and then straight into Bellator for 57.
And Ciaran,
I think that's an exclusive, Ross.
I think it is, definitely. Ciaran, do you think Elvis might be overlooking you, saying he's already looking at going pro and fighting in Bellator, or you just respect that that's it, that's his dreams and that's his wishes?
Yeah, the guy has his plans set and his dreams set. We all have to have them. Obviously, I'm not going to make it easy for him, definitely not. But I have my dreams and my goals set, and getting a belt around my waist wouldn't would be one of them. Now I'm hopefully going to get a Clan Wars title shot too, which doesn't make me think anything less of this fight. But with this being the interim belt, I'm just going to go like it's any other fight, and regardless whether there's a belt involved or not, I don't like losing, and I don't want to lose, and I don't think I will this Sunday.
I don't think either of us like to lose, lads.
No.
No,
It's not in me, boys.
Hasn't happened yet.
definitely not. And I think you have to look at it this way. Like, you could definitely, I don't know whether you both agree. I'll start with yourself, Ciaran. But would you agree that the winner of this fight is probably the best amateur bantamweight in the country?
Well, no, not really. I have to be honest with you there. I don't think that would be right, because we have the likes of Oisin Fox, even Don O'Brien from my gym too. Look, there's a lot of very good bantamweights in the country, and I think first of all we all need to face each other, and once we do that, we'll all be ready to move on. Then, like, we're all, this is the Irish MMA scene's buzzing. I'm sure you boys well know that, and
Yeah,
we're all going through this journey together here. So I think that the more we push each other and the more we fight each other and work out what level we're all at, then we'll be all ready to hit the big shows, like I was just saying there. In no time, you know, we're on the right track. So I'm happy with how my plan's going, yeah. And even to be considered for you to say that, sort of consider myself as that, but I feel like I've still got plenty of work to do, and I'm going to keep doing that. But hopefully, still pick up wins on the way through there.
And what about yourself, Elvis? Do you think a win here makes you number one in the country?
No, not really. I agree with what Ciaran was saying about with there's a lot more boys, but is what I'm saying is, if they're active, do you know what I mean? If they're going in fighting every few months and they're showing that they're the best, well then I think they are then.
Yeah, it's definitely a deep division.
I suppose what he's saying there is about being active too. Is like, you look at the rankings there on the likes of Topology, for example. Me and Elvis are both ranked pretty high because we've been really active. There's maybe guys with records just as good, or probably just as good at fighters as us, but have been very inactive over the last few years. But as long as you're active and I think that's staying active, you're not going to be much better fighting if you're not fighting, you know. So it's very important to be active and be putting your name out there, you know, and get going.
that's right.
Oh, absolutely. Question, Ciaran, if you were to win this, would you fight Oisin Fox? I know he's in the same gym as yourself.
No, that would cost me much time to gym. I think now there's talk of hopefully me getting the Clan Wars title shot. So I'm 4-0 in Clan Wars. So if I can get the Clan Wars title shot, I'll happily step aside and let Oisin be the champion of the IUR. So there's why not have all the belts in our gym, you know?
I actually don't know if you saw, but I actually think I pissed Clan Wars off that when your last fight was announced, I actually wrote underneath the comment like, why isn't Ciaran Brady getting a title shot? He's already 3-0. I don't know. Did you see that?
No, I never seen it, but I'm sure that would happen. I would never mentioned it to them myself because I was afraid of pissing them off. But yeah,
No,
if I throw enough fighters out there, they'll take the bait, you know.
No, I wrote it and then they deleted the comments and then there's
really?
just DM. Yeah. So that happened there. So Clan Wars, give this man a title shot. That's what I want him to do.
Yeah, I just want to say as well, like, having two lads on, the way they're being so respectful, like, towards each other, towards like even the whole entire scene. It's brilliant the way we have this platform, Ross, to actually promote it and let people know exactly what the story is with Irish MMA and how it's thriving right now.
Yeah, well, we want to take best fighters in the country and give them that platform, and especially these guys, like, people want to see them. They want to see Ciaran Brady. They want to see Elvis Luko. Like, this is a fight that shouldn't be missed. That's why it's essential that people actually support Irish MMA. You know, you buy the link in the bio of both fighters. You know, support your fighting championships, because the more and more places these fighters can find fights, the more and more shows that come on, and the faster Irish MMA will develop. And you know what? I'm the very person who almost complains about a show that there's like 30 fights on a show, but like sometimes there has to be 30 fights on a show because these guys might not get another fight for 3 or 4 months. And sometimes I have to like check myself, being like, here, look, what do you want me to do? Like, tell some fellas they can't fight. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, it's harsh. But like sometimes when you go to the fights and you're covering them, and then you know you're told the main card will start at 9 o'clock and it's 12 o'clock and the main card's only kicking off. You're like, Jesus Christ, lads, what's going on here? So
Yeah, that's something I'm not that I'm not looking forward to. This is my first main show and my first late card. I'm used to fighting afternoon time, so I don't know how I'm going to put the whole day in, to be honest. I'll have to go for a wee technical nap at some stage or something.
Yeah, but that's why you're getting it done on the amateur scene now, you know. So when you move to the
Yeah.
pros, you know exactly what the story is. That's what it's all about.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Elvis, we've heard you say you want to take what I'm going to assume 2 or 3 more fights before you turn pro. Ciaran, I assume your goals. What are your goals and hopes and dreams? Because Elvis gave us his career path. What's your plan?
I want to be a professional athlete. I want to be a professional fighter. I want MMA to be my life. I want it to be something that I can provide for my family through, because it's something that I really enjoy. And I only started the sport just over 2 years and 6 months ago. So to even be at this stage here, I'm well ahead of schedule as to where I wanted to be, and I'm just really enjoying it. Boys, I love working hard. I love training. If I can do that full time, then that's the dream come true for me, you know, and support my family at the same time.
And do you have a preference on what route you go, whether you go to Bellator or go Cage
No,
Warrior?
absolutely not. I'll leave that all up to Sebastian Torres, and Sean Smith, our head coaches. I believe them boys have our best interest at heart as a team, and so I'll just let them make them shots. They just keep telling me I have a fight, I'll fight, and keep trying to improve. That's my goal.
Yeah. And as time goes on, we've seen like Will Fleury just won the UAE Warriors title. Franz Malambo just won the Combate Global title. Like the tournament, like Brad Katona winning in Brave. It's just that the more and more doors are open, and then that just means more and more brands are going to be coming to Ireland to look for more stars. And like here's 2 lads like kicking ass 4-0, 5-0. You know what I mean? This is a hotbed right now, and that's why it's brilliant having you boys on. Also, it's really hard to make money in this game, so like sponsors are very important. Do you lads have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to, or even team members that have helped you along your way?
Go ahead, Elvis.
Yeah. Go on, Ciaran. Go on first. Walk away, man.
No, you work away, buddy. All good.
I just want to do a big shout out for me twin brother, because he is the only one that's fucking helping out these days and actually putting in the work with me. Me sponsors, I'll do a big post for the boys because there's too many of them. I can't call them all out. But yeah, everyone, me family, and mainly me brother.
Shout out to Big Eric. And what about yourself,
Big
Ciaran?
Eric Luko, fella.
Ciaran, what about yourself, bud?
Yeah, the shout out to my Lean Supper Club, the place I work. Liam McAvoy, the boss of that place, has been looking after me for a few years now, with my meals and stuff and food, and just even we handouts here and there. So he's been good to me. I have my wife, obviously. She puts up with a lot of nonsense with me running out the training all the time with the child and stuff. Friends, my family, and that's it. And you guys too, everyone that's helping build this journey here, you know.
We don't need any more compliments.
This is the most complimentary any guests have ever been on the show. I do want to give yourselves the chance to tell us how you're going to win come the weekend. So, Elvis, let yourself go first. How do you get your hand raised come Sunday?
Like I said last time, boys, it's in the first round. It's like, I respect you, Ciaran, but I don't see you going the distance at all. You know yourself, it's the fight game. It's how it goes. You're in the fight game. You're fucking in here to mess around. You know what I mean? But I say first round and mark these words.
And Ciaran, what about yourself?
There we are. I'll just work off that. I'll aim to get him out of the first round and get him uncomfortable and see what I can do from there.
Basmo, it could be round of the year. Round 1, Ciaran Brady versus Elvis Luko. They're both going for the finish, nice and early. I'm really, really excited to see it. Basmo, are you?
Yeah, hopefully it's a draw because I'm really enjoying both the lads. But as I said, for people tuning in to IUR FC3, you can check to get the pay-per-view. You can go on to Ciaran's Instagram to purchase his one. You can go to Elvis's one to purchase his one, because this is an unmissable scrap on Sunday, April 3rd. Ross, take it away, bud.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate you coming on. I know it's not easy. Shout out to Monster Energy for supporting the lads. They're keeping us fully stocked with monsters to beat the band. So shout out to them. You up the monsters, right? So guys, if you haven't watched this video and enjoying it, which I'm sure you have, make sure to like, share, subscribe, And as always, stay
energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.